Cool. What we got next?
What's this trip to the grocery store? Are we talking about Karens or?
Well, no, I think I mentioned this to you guys a little while ago about the lady who went to the grocery store and her sister-in-law who is half black, but she looked like a white woman.
Yeah, you spoke to this yesterday. Disturbing. Yeah,
just the experience that she had going to the grocery store and being subjected to this. See, we could
play it.
Yeah, go ahead and play it if we can hear.
It was half black, half white, but looks white. Blue eyes, whiter than most white folks. Very white. She and I, we kind of grew up together. We raised our children together. So they're first cousins, and it's a wonderful, very, very multicultural family. So we're going in a Safeway one day. And Kathleen, my sister-in-law, is in front of me. And she's, writing a check for her groceries. Now, my daughter, who at the time was 10 years old, was standing with me, and I was directly behind her, getting ready to get my groceries. So Kathleen comes up, and the checker, who is a strawberry blonde, freckled, very delightful, warm, the checker, this young woman, is talking to Kathleen. Hey, how you doing? Isn't it a nice day today? They're just chatting up, and says, yeah. So Kathy writes her check, and she steps off to the side with her groceries because she's waiting for me. Of course, again, Kathleen looks white, right? So I come up. No conversation. She looks up at me.
They put her
absolutely
her sister?
No, just little chatter.
She's not in here. No.
And I write my check. My daughter, however, is 10. Notices immediately the difference in how she responds to me. So I write my check, and she goes, I'm going to need 2 pieces of ID. At which point, my daughter looks at me.
I'm going to say it was too low.
And she gets very, very embarrassed, and tears are kind of coming up in her eye, like, Mommy, you're not gonna let her do this. Why is she doing this to us, right? So I'm trying to figure out what I should do, because behind me are 2 elderly white women, right? And I'm thinking, okay, so then I become the angry black woman, right? And they're gonna be, and I'm just trying to second guess all the drama. So then I just give her the 2 pieces of ID. I said, some things you got to choose your battles, right? And then it gets worse. She pulls out the bad check book. Right? So this is a book that shows the people who've written bad checks. So she starts searching for my license in the bad checks, at which point it's just out of control now. Just as I'm standing there trying to decide what to do, and it's really deeply humiliating. Now my daughter is in full-blown emotionally upset, who's 10. My sister-in-law walks back over. And she steps in and she says, excuse me, why are you doing this? And the checker goes, well, what do you mean? She goes, why are you taking her through all of these changes? Why are you doing that? She goes, well, this is our policy. She goes, no, it's not your policy because you didn't do that with me. Oh, well, I know you've been, she goes, no, she's been here for years. I've only lived here for 3 months. And so at this point, the 2 white elderly ladies go, oh, I can't believe what this checker has done with this woman. And it's totally unacceptable. At which point the manager walks over. So the manager walks over and says, is there a problem here? And then my sister-in-law again responds. She goes, yes, there is a problem here. Here is what happened. So you see, she used her white privilege. And even though Kathleen is half black and half white, she recognizes what that means. And she made the statement. She pointed out the injustice. And she, as a result of that one act, influenced everyone in that space.
That's the point.
But what would have happened? I can't know for certain had the black woman said.
For me, I'm just an angry black man. Big old ugly dude, man. But if you say something about it.
He corrects on that.
He's like, you know what? Nah, that's not cool. You're not going to do that.
No, I wasn't about the ugly black man.
Right. It's like, yeah, I'm not going to stand aside and let that be the case. I'm telling you, man, it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
It does.
But yeah, I thought that was that's just hearing her talk about that. And that was from 2011. That was a while ago, 10 plus years ago that even happened. So it is what it is, man. I mean, it's good to live in a diverse city, but it happens. It happens. You just got to be careful with it.
It's everywhere.
Man, so this Florida, here we are, Jack, Florida again.
Hey,
your favorite state.
I told you guys.
I just want to, before we move on, I just want to bring one thing up when you talk about the racialist thing. I've always said, and this is just as an outsider, that I feel it's ingrained in the country. I know what you were saying about we should all stand up, and we should, but I feel it's so far ingrained, it's going to take generations for people to stand up, to change the culture.
I'll say this. It'll take generations for me, but if people that look like you start saying more about it, it won't take as long. Because most,
and I hope that's the case.
Most of the companies, these large companies, these places, think about it. We're talking about the elevator, the guy that worked at the elevator at Tesla. Yeah. I mean, they're calling this dude the N-word at work. Ain't nobody doing nothing about it. I mean, come on. Somebody got to say something. But yeah,